Hey everybody, it's Benny1 and I'm back at you with another movie review, and today we're reviewing The Adam Project, the new Netflix original movie that came out, I think it was the 9th, just a few days ago. I just watched it today. Very entertaining movie, everybody. So this movie is about Ryan Reynolds' character Adam Reed, who is from 2050, and he goes back in time and ends up teaming up with his 12-year-old self in 2022 to go on this time travel action adventure crazy Amblin type movie, because this movie actually reminded me a lot of the old school Amblin movies like Goonies and E.T., and it reminded me a lot, but obviously a current modern times version of those movies. But it's a crazy time travel. It's got lots of action. There's humor, and man, this movie is super emotional. It like pulls and tugs at your heart, like hardcore actually in some points of the movie. I was very surprised. Because Ryan Reynolds, most Ryan Reynolds movies, you don't really expect that kind of stuff, but damn, Netflix and him, whew, they did a fantastic job with this movie. So we're going to dive into this stuff. And what a cast, people. What a cast. So this reunites Ryan Reynolds with the director of Free Guy, Sean Levy, everybody. So yes, him and Ryan Reynolds get together once again and get to do another movie together, and I thought it turned out really well, to tell you the truth. So, and Ryan Reynolds is playing the adult version of Adam Reed from 2050. And Ryan Reynolds, I'm going to tell you right now, he is Ryan Reynolds in this movie. We get to see him do some action scenes. He has this device that is basically a lightsaber to a point. It honestly is, to me, it looks like a lightsaber that might possibly exist in 2050 if the technology can get there, because it has like restraints and everything with the like beams and everything that's like holding it there so it doesn't travel, because you can't stop a laser. So but it looks like it has these little like ring things that's like keeping it intact and everything. It's basically a freaking lightsaber, and he uses it double bladed at times. Like it's really cool. It's really, really cool. I mean, Ryan Reynolds is great with swords. Deadpool. I mean, come on. There's great action. You get the Ryan Reynolds humor in this movie. But I gotta tell you, man, he has a couple of scenes with Jennifer Garner, who plays his mom, Ellie Reed. There is a scene with him and his mom in this movie that, you know what? After I was watching this, I thought to my head, I was like, you know what? Ryan Reynolds literally gets painted as this one type of comedy action actor, but the guy can act. He really can act. It was super emotional. Like, it made me get teary-eyed. There was a few parts in this movie that really hit me, because I mean, I'm a father, and so this movie hits home with me a lot because of the themes that it touches on with the emotional side of your relationship with important people in your life, like your father and your mother, and seeing different versions of like you growing up. And it touches on a lot of emotional things as being parents or a child with your parents, and the movie's super emotional. So Ryan Reynolds, fantastic job in this movie. I was very impressed with him in this movie. And then we have Walker Scobell. He plays the young 12-year-old version of Adam. And him and Ryan Reynolds, man, they bounce off of each other almost perfectly. Like, he was great at playing this young 12-year-old version of Ryan Reynolds' Adam in this movie. Like, you actually pretty much believe that this 12-year-old version of Adam will grow up to be the adult version that we get to see from 2050. Like, it's very believable, the way he talks, the way he acts, the way they interact with each other and give each other shit, make fun of each other. Like, great job for a young actor, like, seriously. And then Mark Ruffalo plays Lewis Reed, the dad, and him and Jennifer Gardner are reunited from the movie they did, 13 Going on 30. Like, It's cool to see them back in a movie together. And Mark Ruffalo, man, he doesn't show up. He shows up later in the movie, and like he's like the heart and soul and super emotional part of this movie. Like, really is. So I'm not gonna dive into a lot of spoilers about the movie because it just came out. So, but yeah, Mark Ruffalo was a lot of emotional stuff. There were some scenes with him and Ryan and Walker as the old and young Adam. Man, I gotta tell you, as a dad, made me cry. And then Zoe Saladan, she plays Laura, everybody, and she's actually not in the movie that much. They marketed this like she was gonna be in the movie a lot more, but it's another part that's super emotional, man. Like, Ryan Reynolds really did some great emotional acting in this movie. I was just like, man, this guy really can act. Like, he really can act. So, cast was phenomenal. I thought they did a great job. I thought the story was good. I thought the movie was paced really well. I mean, you're dealing with time travel. You get all sorts of action. You get sci-fi action. You get humor. I mean, there's freaking fancy futuristic jet plane freaking attack sequences. You get freaking laser guns and things that basically are lightsabers, and there's all sorts of great sci-fi action in this movie, and it's an adventure. You got the comedy, you got the emotional stuff, and the movie literally is like an hour, and it's under an hour and 50 minutes. So the runtime literally makes the pacing in the movie like almost perfect for what this movie is. It doesn't like overstay its welcome or it's too long. It's like perfect for the type of story that they were going for with this sci-fi action emotional adventure movie that we get to go on with Adam in different versions of Adam's life. So I honestly, I thought this movie was great. I thought it was entertaining. I remember seeing the trailer for it, and I really didn't know. I was like, what the hell's the Adam Project? It's a new Netflix movie. And then I watched the trailer, and I was like, oh, that actually looks kind of entertaining. So I was kind of excited for it to come out on Netflix. So about a month before it came out, because they dropped the trailer like a month before it came out. So, but I'm going to give the Adam Project, I'm going to give this thing a freaking 9 out of 10. Like, I found it very entertaining. I most definitely recommend that you watch it. If you like Ryan Reynolds, you like time travel movies, you like the old school Amblin movies from the 80s, you like seeing freaking Jennifer Gardner and Mark Ruffalo, pre-Mark Ruffalo being the Hulk in the MCU, like, there is something for a lot of people in this movie, people. So a 9 out of 10 for the Adam Project, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you on the tube later because I have spoken.